If you've ever wished you could have a cocktail while driving, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Guys, welcome back to the BoxBuilder Breakdown. I'm the Box Builder coming to you live from Giver HQ, and today we have a very cool beverage. But before we get into it, if there's a brand that you'd like to see us unbox here, go ahead and comment in the comments below and tell us what that brand is. If we choose that brand, we'll buy it, bring it here, unbox it, pack it back up, and send it to you. Today we have a very cool brand. It's a non-alcoholic spirit is what they're calling it. Spirit in the way of a drink or cocktail, but there's no alcohol in it. Instead, they use hemp and other botanicals to make a non-alcoholic cocktail base. Hence the lead-in. If you ever felt like you wanted a cocktail on the road, this one's pretty good. Full disclosure and disclaimer, don't drink and drive. Full disclosure, what is our interest or affiliation with these guys? We make the so inside we'll talk about the internal pack fill, but the long and short of it is we're now the supplier of these boxes and a couple others for this brand. So if this is your first Box Builder Breakdown, what we do here is we bring in brands, we unbox them live for you, and you get the stream of consciousness that comes from my 20 years of experience in the box industry for tips and tricks and just general breakdown of how these guys and other brands package their stuff. We take it all the way from when it lands on your doorstep to fully unboxed, and we talk about the whole thing. First, we have doorstep impression and first contact. I mean, it's great. I always talk about how you should print minimal on the outside of a box that's going direct to consumer because you don't want it to be too over the top because people will those items tend to get stolen more often. So what they've done here is great. Motorcycle. One color flexo print on craft. I like that look. Pretty subdued. They also have this really cool closure. I believe it's watt tape or water activated tape, but it's got this cool embossing on it. Let me see if you can see it. It's I don't know. I can't tell if you can see it, but it says natural made, and it's just like a nice touch. Let's give it the old shake test. It's great. First impressions. I'm going to give it 5 flutes. Shake test, I'm going to give it 5 flutes. I know it's inside here because we've been given some before, so I'm excited to talk to you about the pack fill. Let's cut this open. Brought to you by Bradford Knives. Yeah, this is paper tape. It's like paper top with maybe a film back on it. It's interesting. Okay, so let's see. We've got printing on the inside too. So this is two-sided print, one color flexo per side. We've got some collateral here, a postcard. I've noticed a lot of brands are starting to do that lately. They send postcards or like usable collateral. I think it's a cool trick. Not trick, cool addition. Oh, we've got some cocktail recipes here. These cocktails look great, actually. We've got the printing here. This is actually on the outside, so this accounts for being a part of the outside print because it's a return from the outside. So this still goes on the outside. It's a pretty nice touch to use branding moments that don't really affect cost. Look at that. It might look like molded pulp, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's not. Here, let's take this out. It's heavy. It's like very heavy. Really solid glass. The like jar is cool too because it's smoked glass, but the liquid inside is like a milky white. Very cool. Aplos hemp-infused non-alcoholic spirit. All right, so before we get into that, we'll just show you here, nothing else. Part of our redesign was actually taking this from a glued piece that had to be glued at co-pack to a die cut piece that slips in like this. So it's just a lot easier to pack, and there's no other stuff you have to do, like no glue guns, none of that. Let's set that aside. So for pack fill, let's see, unboxing score. I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 flutes. I like when companies use the inside return on a box that has outside print because it's a great use of single-sided print, but appears to be two-sided print because it's on the inside of when you open the box. Pack fill. This stuff is... it's probably one of the greatest developments in packaging science since molded pulp. What this is it is mycelium or mushrooms with hemp herds or hemp shives. So when you take hemp, you get the individual fibers, but you also get like the more woody component of the hemp. I get a lot of questions about why don't we make paper from hemp? The answer is we can, but it's a lot woodier than other types of plants. Like, eucalyptus is a tree, or actually I guess eucalyptus is a grass, and you can make great paper out of it. But the amount of lignin for a plant is very, very high compared to other plants. It's a woodier plant. I digress. So this stuff is basically mushrooms and hemp. And I'll show you close up. You can see the hemp shives or hemp herds in the back. Basically, the hemp acts like the aggregate that you'd get in concrete, and then the mycelium acts like, is it the cement part? I don't know. Yeah, cement and aggregate, you get concrete, I think. But the hemp acts like the scaffolding, and the mycelium fills in the gaps to make it a solid form. I think it's just a fantastic piece of engineering and science. There's also a component to it that's art, because everything's like custom made. And apparently this stuff grows in 7 days. If you guys are looking for this type of packaging, the company is called Mushroom Packaging. I think it's mushroompackaging.com. And you can talk to them about getting this custom stuff. There's some downsides to it that I won't get into here, but it is at-home compostable. In 45 days, I think it's all gone. So it's great. Spoiler alert, we're designing to replace this. But I think that has a lot to do with maybe some supply chain issues. I'm not exactly sure. But ultimately, this is a good option for many brands, but we can design away from it if that's your choice. Pack fill, this is like a 10 out of 5 flutes. This is fantastic. I love this stuff. I don't know what it costs. I don't know the details about how to design or make it. I just know that it's very cool technology. And if it's this or bubble wrap, I would choose this every single day of the week. So 5 out of 5 flutes or 10 out of 5 flutes. Damage report is nothing. I mean, it's glass and it's heavy, which is the worst two things you can have when you're shipping direct to consumer. But this stuff has done its job masterfully. Our top pad design has aided in that, and everything showed up fine. So that's going to be 5 flutes. Customization score. It's going to be difficult for me to give this anything less than a 5 because they've printed on the inside, they've printed on the outside, they have a custom component here of corrugate, they have this custom mushroom packaging. I mean, it's fantastic. Everything you want to see in custom packaging from like a packaging nerd like myself is here. Even down to the custom glass that's smoked in the white liquid on the inside, fantastic. 5 out of 5 flutes. The overall BoxBuilder Breakdown score, thank you. Got Van White in the back here. The overall BoxBuilder Breakdown score for this, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 flutes. I really like everything they've done here. From the subtle printing on the inside to the use of the print on the flap to this awesome, awesome stuff. I just really like it. So that was Aplos. Guys, again, if there's a brand that you'd like to see us unbox, go ahead and comment down below with that brand. If we choose that brand, we unbox it, we'll pack it back up and send it to you. Yeah, this has been the BoxBuilder Breakdown. I'm the Box Builder coming to you live from Giver HQ. Be nice to each other.